and hi everyone, this is Brandy Wenzel from afterthoughtsblog.net, and this is the last video in this series where I'm moving everything from my simplified matrix to an actual weekly template for an individual student. And so today we're working on my 8th grader, and for him, I'll show you, I actually copied over from something I had made for him last year, just because he's in the upper years. Some things are a little bit more complex, I guess is a good word for it. So with Bible, I actually let him manage his own Bible reading. So what he needs here is accountability. So I just give him these blank spaces, and he writes in what he's read. And then here we have lots of notebooks that we're keeping up here. And I don't really have boxes for my younger students to check stuff off because we just sort of do it as part of school. But since my oldest is so much more independent, he has these places to check. So this is for he has to do a commonplace entry every day. That takes the place of copy work for him at this age. Nature journal once a week, book of centuries a few times a week, and then science or math journal entry a couple times a week. So that's what I require, and he just checks the boxes, and then he also shows me his entries as he does them along the way. I also left in a few things, math, drill, and I left in Latin, but I really should move this Latin way down here because this is the day that he has Latin class, and I think it's going to be more like an hour. So it's possible, you know what, I'll just take this out and see what he's actually supposed to have here. Okay, so we're just going to start moving things over and reading 30 minutes once a week. All right, so let's put it in. Reading 30 minutes. These two things don't have to be added. Well, I should put in poetry. Yes, I should. So I usually put poetry near the bottom. No particular reason for that. It's just how I've always done it. Oops. There we go. Let's see. And then copy work is not needed because he does a commonplace. Dictation. Let's see. I want probably to do these two together. I'm still trying to decide about this, so I'm just going to leave this here as a question to think about later. Writing. Okay, so this actually is when I'm going to use Lost Tools of Writing this year. And so this is when I'm going to set aside time for that. I don't know that 30 minutes is enough, but we'll just start with that. We're going to do it on Thursdays near the end of the day. So I'll just say Lost Tools of Writing. And I'll say 30 minutes, but I have a feeling it's going to be longer than that. All right, so then we have foreign language. Okay, so he is doing some Duolingo on his own, and then on top of that, he's doing Latin. So basically, we just need to say he's going to do Latin for, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour each day. So let's just say Latin 45, Latin 45, Latin 45. Okay, so the interesting thing here is, how much did I have left? Okay, 45 minutes 3 times, plus I did 45 minutes 3 times, plus I did an hour. So if I did 45 minutes, if I did an hour, that leaves me 30 minutes times 5 that I didn't use. And I did 45 minutes 3 times, so that still leaves me 45 minutes times 1. All right, I'm just going to note this because here's something that I'll tell you. Okay, so I don't do as much foreign language as Charlotte Mason did. That's a choice I make, but that doesn't necessarily mean my school day should just be shorter. So I will probably come in here and add some of these as slots for other books, other things that I want to cover. So, but for now, I'm just going to skip that and see what my schedule looks like. So here we're going to do, okay, now, so science, 20 minutes twice a week. All right. Science. Let's do another one over here. Science 20. And then we also have science 45 minutes 3 times a week. That's a lot of science there, huh? Science 45 3 times a week, right? So here. Here's orange. All right, geography, 20 minutes once a week. And what else was there? 45 minutes once a week. So I'll just put it here. Physical geography. I don't even remember how this is different, but okay. Was it 20 minutes? I can't remember. 20 minutes. All right. Here, and a map quiz. That's interesting. It's only once a week. I was making him do that like 4 times a week last year. Whoops. Oh, maybe I wasn't. So map drill. I haven't even decided what map we're going to be drilling on, but it doesn't matter. I'm just putting it in. It should take about 10 minutes. Okay, so we cross that off. Math. I think I already had math on there. Yes. Okay. Was that 30? Yes, 30 minutes. And then these 10 minutes of drills. I don't even know what we're going to do for math drills this year. I'll just add it in, math drill. Let's see what happens. All right, so those are in. History, 20 minutes twice a week. All right, and then we have history, 45 minutes once a week. Here, current events. Yes, that's just a reminder to me. Okay, so then I just need to know that there's quite a bit of time over here that I could add if I wanted to. So what I'm going to do instead of adding those in is I'm just going to add an entire row and say possible reading 30 minutes. I'm going to take that all the way across, and I'm going to say at that point, that's enough. Enough school. I'm just going to make that call. Okay, so then here we have, I go in here and I say, okay, how long is this? 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. So that's an hour right there. So how should he spend that hour while I am working with these children? Let's see. Well, he's very independent on math. So he could probably do math and 1 reading and have that total be an hour. So let's merge these and we say math 30 and then reading 30. And that way, the way this works out is that when he's done with the reading, I should be done with math and I can listen to his narration, which will make him happy and me happy and everybody will be very happy, which is my real goal, right? So, okay. So now in my next video, we'll actually start talking about how to fill things in, how to fill these templates in with Ambleside assignments. And in the process of that, I will also work on filling out this average day chart. So in the meantime, I would just say, if you're trying to make your own average day chart, you just keep asking the question, like, what's the best order for this to be done in? And what can other people be doing during this time? It's totally a juggling act, and everybody's going to look completely different because you have different needs, especially if you have babies or toddlers. Oh my word. You have my sympathy. I never did figure out what to do with a baby or toddler. We just eventually didn't have any anymore. So anyway, I think that's enough for this video. I would just give one piece of advice. If you're really going to try to do this, and I find the weekly templates super, super helpful, but if you're really going to move, from a matrix to a template and set yourself up, I just would highlight where you still have questions like I did here. But if you try to answer every question you have along the way, it's going to take an eternity. So just do it. Just move it over. Don't ask yourself too many questions. Don't feel like you're setting something in stone and it can't be changed in the future. It's really not a big deal. This kind of stuff will be moved around as you start adding in Ambleside reading. She'll say, oh, there's probably a better order to do these things in, or whatever. Like I might say, okay, well, I said math and a reading, but I put math and Latin at the top. So it would probably be better for me to move a reading up here. And you know what I'm saying? You can move things around. This is not permanent. So the goal is just get everything moved over so that you have a starting place for the next step, and just keep doing the next step. And at the end, your planning will be done. It's like magic. Anyway, that's all for this time. So thanks you all for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day. And go ahead and subscribe to the blog if you haven't already, because in addition to that freebie we're offering on the Principles Are Practical talk that Misty and I did, in addition to that, you'll get the future posts in this series really easily just delivered to your email inbox. So that's all. This has been Brandy Venzel from afterthoughtsblog.net.